Hey friend, a quick update for you. My website is officially live. I'm so excited. You can check it out at reneemat.com. And my name is spelled a little bit different, so people get hung up on it sometimes, but it's Renae. And I'll make sure the link is in the show notes in case you need to just click that and get to the website. But this website is where you're going to find all the things that I talk about here on the podcast. Plus, I've officially opened the wait list for my upcoming course. So, if you've been wanting some extra support to finally get those 5 foundational routines working for real life, you'll definitely want to get on that list so that you are the first to know when doors open. The new website is going to be your go to spot to learn more about me, check out those resources I mentioned on the podcast, and get that support if you're ready to create routines and systems that actually work for real life. So when you're done listening, head to reneemat.com, take a look around, pop your name on that wait list. I cannot wait for you to see it. A messy kitchen can be overwhelming in itself, but it can also affect other routines in our life, like meal planning or even our morning routine. When a messy kitchen starts getting in the way of our lives, we need to look at some habit shifts. Today, I have 5 habits to help you keep your kitchen clean. If all 5 of these feel overwhelming, just start focusing on one. Then add another one once you're comfortable with the first, and just continue moving your way through. Over time, you will implement the habits to help you maintain a clean kitchen that no longer needs to stress you out. Are you ready to stop the chaos, the stress, the overwhelm that's filling your life? I'm Renee Matt, and together you and I are going to build simple routines that are going to change your life. When you put these habits into practice, you're going to be able to organize your life in a way where you can be there for your family, pay off your debt, save money, your house can stay organized, you don't have to stress about what's for dinner, and you still get time for yourself. So without further ado, let's get started. Welcome to the Routine Advantage Podcast. You might ask why a messy kitchen could affect your morning routine, like I mentioned. And when you're thinking about your kitchen, if you are waking up to a messy kitchen, you are very likely to push off your morning routine and focus on trying to wash the dishes from the night before or clear off the counters because that already is overwhelming when you walk into a messy kitchen right away in the morning. We want to be able to have you walk into your kitchen in the morning and come into a nice clean kitchen. If you need to brew some coffee or make some tea, whatever your process is in the morning, we want to be doing that as we're walking into a nice, clean, fresh kitchen. We don't want to start our day by walking into a messy kitchen and already feeling like we're behind. So, that is why a messy kitchen can really affect other areas of our life. Obviously, for meal planning, when you're walking into a messy kitchen, the last thing you want to do is cook because you're going to need to clean the kitchen before you cook, and then you're going to need to clean the kitchen again after you're cooking. And it just becomes too much. And eventually you're going to be like, I don't feel like doing this right now. I'm just going to order a pizza because it affects other areas of our life. So when this starts happening and a messy kitchen feels overwhelming, there are a lot of moving pieces in a kitchen. A lot of people use it. There's a lot of things happening. We're constantly making messes in our kitchen because we need to eat. So we're making breakfast, we're making lunch, we're making dinners, we're grabbing snacks, we're doing other things in the kitchen all the time. It does tend to get messy. So it's really important to build habits that keep your kitchen clean, or at least as clean as possible while you're using it. So, I have 5 habits here to help you keep it clean. And like I said, if these feel overwhelming to start them all at once, just focus on one and then really get that one down and then add the next one once you have the first one down. And just keep building on this and finding the habits that work the best for you. Now, are these all going to be the exact same for you? They might not. So, use them, test them. If you need to tweak it a little bit, then go ahead and do that, but find habits that work well for you to maintain a tidy and clean kitchen. So, number one, you want to focus on resetting your dishes at every meal or snack time. This means that at every meal or snack, you are doing something to reset your dishes, whether you are putting clean dishes away or you're washing dirty dishes. You want to be doing something with your dishes at every meal or snack time. This is going to help you to keep up with the dishes where they're not going to get completely overwhelming because you're going to be doing a little bit throughout the day, and that's going to help you just maintain a tidy kitchen. So if you are getting up and you're going in for breakfast and you've got a clean dishwasher full of dishes, then your first thing is going to be to unload that dishwasher, because then when you make breakfast and all the dishes are being gathered, you can go ahead and plop them right in the dishwasher and you don't have to worry about dishes later. Now, if it's full, obviously run it and then you do the exact same thing at lunchtime. If it's not full, then at lunchtime you are going to do the opposite. Because you don't have clean dishes to put away, you're going to put all of your dirty dishes in and you're going to run it. You're doing something with your dishes every time to help maintain and keep up with those dishes because they do accumulate fast. So you want to make sure you are resetting your dishes at every meal or snack time. Number 2 is you want to wash as you cook. This one is huge. It is like total game changer when it comes to dishes and keeping your kitchen clean because it doesn't feel overwhelming. I've talked about this many times and I stand by it for sure. When you are going into the kitchen to cook, you want to ideally start with an unloaded dishwasher. So unload the dishwasher if it's clean so you can get it empty and then as you cook, you can plop things right into the dishwasher. However, there are things that just need to be washed as you go. And instead of just letting everything pile up and then washing after you're done eating, what I want you to do is fill your sink with hot soapy water and you wash as you cook. So don't just drop things into into the water. You literally put things in, wash them, rinse them, put them on your dish rack, and you just keep going. We don't even have a dish rack. I always say dish rack, but we don't even have one. We literally just put down a clean kitchen towel and put all of the dishes on there and let them air dry. And that works perfectly fine. So whatever works for you, you just want to wash as you go because then by the time you're done cooking your meal, all of your dishes are clean. It never had time to get crusty. It never had time to dry on there. It all gets cleaned off right away. And all you have to do is clean up the final dishes. And it makes it so easy to reset your dishes after the meal is done because you don't want to be getting up after you have cooked a big meal and you've sat down and now you're relaxed, you just ate and now you're kind of relaxed. You don't want to go back in to clean the kitchen. So this makes it really easy to clean the kitchen quickly because all of your dishes are pretty much done before you even sit down to eat. And that is super super helpful and has made a huge difference to be able to maintain a clean kitchen. Number 3 is to clear off your counters after dinner each night. This means any clutter and any food, anything that needs to be put away, you want to make sure that all of this is put away every night because sometimes it piles up throughout the day, but make sure it's put away every night after dinner and then make sure you're wiping down all of the counters. This gives you a nice fresh slate for when you wake up in the morning because everything is nice and clean. Number 4 is to wipe the inside of your microwave, the front of your cabinets, the fronts of any appliances, or even inside if you need to, and your garbage can and behind your garbage can during any downtime in your kitchen. And you might be thinking, like, I don't have any downtime in my kitchen. I'm always busy in my kitchen. But think about it. Like, if you have a cleaning spray and some microfiber cloths under your kitchen sink, you can do this at any point while you are in the kitchen. There are times where you have a little bit of a waiting period where we're grabbing our phone or we're doing something else that is distracting us when we could be grabbing a spray bottle and a rag because it literally takes 2 minutes to just spray some counter or some cabinets down and wipe them down. It takes 1 minute to just wipe down the inside of your microwave or your garbage can or your appliances. It is so quick, but we make this big deal out of it of having to do this huge deep clean when really all we have to do is just spray it down and wipe it off. Like it's so quick and then just toss the rag in the laundry. And when we're doing this, We can focus on doing the full face of the cabinets or the appliances, or we can spot treat, whatever works for you, whatever you have time for. But really, that's just helping you maintain a tidier kitchen. It feels fresh, it feels clean, it is clean because you're using cleaner. And all you have to do is just do a quick wipe down. You could also use the hot soapy water if you want to do that wipe down, but sometimes you might want to use a cleaning spray, whatever works for you. But really, just focus on wiping everything down during these little pockets of time because then you don't have to schedule this huge deep clean later. You're doing it as you go. So think about wiping things down while your coffee is brewing or while a sauce is simmering, where you can't really step away from it. You need to stay in the kitchen, you need to be there, but you're not necessarily doing something actively at that moment. But yet you don't have enough time to start a new project. Like maybe it's going to take too long to pull out all the vegetables and chop everything up before you are putting it into your soup or something like that. But you do have like a minute or two that you're just waiting and kind of hanging out. Grab the spray bottle, wipe something down, and you're done. And this is going to help you to maintain a cleaner kitchen. Now, when we're doing dishes and everything, and we're just kind of doing the cleanup, both my husband and I are so in the habit of doing this that it just comes naturally. We don't even think about it. We just go through. We're wiping kitchen counters, we're wiping cabinets, we're wiping the front of the dishwasher, we're wiping the front of the fridge, in front of the stove. Like everything just kind of gets wiped down as we're going because everything needs to be cleaned and we don't like to have like splatters or splotches anywhere, and we have white cabinets so we need to maintain those. But it has become really easy to just do everything as we have built this habit up. So it might sound like a lot, but I can guarantee you it makes it feel so much nicer when you can keep a clean kitchen by just doing these little habits and plug them into the pockets of time that you have that you are normally just pulling out your phone just to distract yourself. Do something productive before you're doing it, and then you don't have to do it later. The fifth and final one is to go to bed with no dirty dishes. So even after dinner, you reset everything after dinner. Sometimes you might go in for a snack, or you might go in and have like a movie night and you've got some popcorn bowls and some glasses and things like that that need to be done. Just if you're planning on doing something like that and your dishwasher isn't full, go ahead and leave room there. Sometimes we'll even like wash things by hand as we're making dinner just to leave room in the dishwasher so that if we do like a late night snack or we're planning on something that we know we're going to have dishes a little bit later for, then we can just put those into the dishwasher and then run the dishwasher overnight while we're sleeping. So that is something that you can kind of keep in mind because if we're washing as we go, it's really easy to leave a little bit of room in the dishwasher for those extra items that can get thrown in there right before you go to bed. And then my husband, he is the one that's kind of in charge of the dishwasher. Like he always runs it and then I unload it in the morning. And that works really well for us. So if that works well for you, maybe that's something you can talk to your spouse about. But we run the dishwasher at night and then we unload it in the morning, and that works really well. If it's really full and it just needs to be run right away, you can do that too. And then what you'd want to focus on is making sure that you either unload it and then reload the dishes at night if you use any, or just hand wash the ones that you use. But really, you just don't want to go to bed with any dirty dishes because then you wake up the next morning and you have a fresh start. You're not dealing with the mess from the day before and having it roll over. You are starting clean, you're starting with a fresh slate, and now you can just move on into your day. So, I do have an episode that I recently did about dishes that might really help you if you really struggle keeping up on dishes. It's episode 181, and it is 6 tips to help you keep up if you are overwhelmed with a constant flow of dirty dishes. So, if you have a struggle with that, that might be really helpful for you. But I wanted to just recap those 5 tips that I went over today to help you keep a clean kitchen if you are tired of always having a messy kitchen. So, number one, reset your dishes at every meal or snack time. Number two, wash as you cook. Game changer, total game changer. Number three, clear off your counters after dinner each night. This means clear out any clutter and wipe down all the counters. Number 4 is to wipe the inside of your microwave, fronts of cabinets or appliances, even your garbage can, the outside of the garbage can and behind the garbage can. Just wipe all of these things down during your downtime. This is like when your coffee is brewing or your sauce is simmering, anything like that, where you have a little bit of a gap in time. Even if it's just like 2 minutes, you can wipe down a lot of these things where anything has splattered or anything is splotchy or just it's getting a little bit dusty and grimy. Just wipe it down, and you are going to find that it's so much easier to keep a clean kitchen because you really don't need to schedule a deep clean. You can just keep it clean with these little pockets of time. And then number 5 is to go to bed with no dirty dishes. Commit to this, and you will feel so much better when you wake up every morning to a clean kitchen and no dirty dishes. So, I hope this is helpful for you. I hope that you can take one of these or all of them and start implementing them because it does make a huge difference. Even just taking one or two at a time and being able to implement these and focus on them, it will start changing the way that you manage your kitchen. And then as time goes on, you will find that it's much easier to maintain that clean kitchen. So I hope this was helpful, and I will see you back here on the next episode.